Day 4. Now then, are you two ready? Yeah! Wallets? Check. Change of clothes? Check. Okay, in that case, our 1-night, 2-day stay in Kyoto. Let's go! Now, as far as itinerary from Tokyo to Kyoto, we'll get on the Shinkansen from here at Tokyo Station. There, the Shinkansen. What is it? Are you all that fired up about riding the Shinkansen? Of course I am! It's the Shinkansen, the Shinkansen! I don't know what that means. Not only is it the fastest train in the world, it's no lie to say it's the safest, most technologically advanced train out there. Wow, is that so? It sure is. I mean, I've been really hoping to ride the Shinkansen at least once. Wow, I'm so looking forward to this. I'm sure you are, but first we need to buy our tickets to get on. Sure, let's do that. Oh god! Damn it! First, there are several Shinkansen lines when you get out of Tokyo. The one that leads to Kyoto is called Tokaido Shinkansen, alright? Tokaido Shinkansen, right? Yes. There are also 3 kinds of Tokaido Shinkansen. Those are called Nozomi, the Hikari, and Kodama. That's right. The Kodama stops every station, but the Hikari and Nozomi only stop at important ones. The special express trains in every sense of the word. Between the two, the Hikari takes shorter stops at each station than the Nozomi. There's about 500 kilometers between Tokyo and Kyoto. The Nozomi makes the trip in about 2 hours 20 minutes. 2 hours 20 minutes, that's even faster than I thought. By the way, all the trains cost the same amount, so if you're going to a major station like Kyoto or Osaka, it's better to take the Nozomi. I see. Now, about the tickets. To ride the Shinkansen, you need both boarding pass and a special express ticket. Then you choose between free seating or reserve seating. A boarding pass and express ticket, then free seating or reserve seating. A one-way free seating ticket to Kyoto is about 1,300 yen. Holy shit, that's a lot of money, bro! Holy crap! Round trip ticket's a little cheaper each way, so it's best to go round trip if you're for your boarding pass whenever possible. Round trip, got it. I'll remember that. Now, to buy in Japanese JR stations, there are ticket counters called Midori no Madoguchi. It's vending machines in larger stations. You can also purchase tickets at travel agency counters in some stations. If you go to a travel agency, you can sometimes buy them in a bundle with hotel reservations at a discount price. Wow. Alright, Nachan. When we go to Kyoto, let's make sure our seats are... Got it. On the right side, right? Yeah. You always know what I'm thinking, Nachan. Seats on the right side. Why? Because... Sorewa? Nope. Yamete. Nope, I'm not telling you right now. You'll see soon enough. What? Now you've got me curious, tell me. No way. Fine. And Makoto? No way, Nacha, don't tell him. Yes, I know. Now, first we'll buy the tickets, then we'll get our bento and board the train. Or buy bento before we get on the train? Of course. Long ago, they had restaurant cars on the Shinkansen itself. But as the travel times got faster and faster, they stopped doing it because there was less need to eat a slow meal on the train. Okay. So, sort of in place of that, they started selling special bento in the larger stations known as ekiben. That usually contained the region's specialty food. Eating an ekiben while chatting with friends and watching the scenery pass by is part of the fun of the train ride. Yeah! In other words, it's a way to make the trip itself special. That's exactly it. It's not just a mode of transformation, but a part of journey. You mean transportation? This is really getting really exciting. Wait, did it say transportation or transformation? It said transformation. I could really go for a bento right now, actually. Or some food, like any kind of food. So, we just bought our bento and got through the gate. Now we wait for the Shinkansen to arrive. Shinkansen, Shinkansen. You're excited as a child. But... it's here. Whoa, that's a Shinkansen. Yes, it's the newest model, the N700. It's the real thing. It's like a perfectly streamlined form. It's like a smart train. It's amazing. You can tell it's fast just by looking at it. Well, it's worth noting that since the trains first started running, the trip time to Kyoto has been reduced by nearly 1 hour. An hour? That's completely amazing when you put it that way. I wonder how hard they must have worked to shrink the time by an hour. Come on. It's fine for you to get excited, but don't space out for it, or the train will leave without us. Oh, hey, animation. So, Doll, have you calmed down a little bit? Huh? You're insane. I've calmed down the whole time. I've been calm the whole time. Please, you're insane is my line. You've been spazzing out since we got on the train. Now we've been on the train for 40 minutes and you've been spazzing out the whole time. I am not. Don't say you're not spazzing. Come on, let him be. There's nothing wrong with him enjoying himself, right? Yeah, I mean, this is totally amazing. The seats are so comfortable, you can recline them so far. And even though we're racing through at 300 kilometers an hour, I don't feel the slightest vibration. I don't think we measure in kilometers an hour in America if we're American. Each seat even has its own power outlet, and you can even connect it to the internet. I can't believe how advanced Japan is with stuff like this. See, you're completely spazzing out right now. Now, enough of the flirting, you two. No. Huh? We're not flirting. Really. From my point of view, it looked exactly like flirting. That's why I'm telling you we're not. It's not going to sound like you're protesting too much. Come on, Nachan. You're always quick to say such strange things. Sorry. Anyway, it's about time. What is it? It's about time for what? Remember earlier when I asked for the seats to be on the right side of the train? You're gonna learn why very soon. It's in sight, you two. Look! Is it Mount Fuji? That's Japan's greatest mountain, Mount Fuji. That snow-crested peak. That gentle slope. So peaceful and solemn with such presence. How can I describe it? To just call it beautiful feels almost trite. It's 3,776 meters tall, the tallest active volcano in Japan. Huh? Active volcano? Mount Fuji is an active volcano? Yes, it is. Its last eruption was about 500 years ago, and until 15 years ago, they thought it might have gone dormant. But when they learned that it was still active internally, they reclassified it as an active volcano again. That's an active volcano? They say that last time it erupted, the ash reached all the way to Tokyo. So far. When we look at the earlier data, we see that Mount Fuji's eruptions have no set period, but longest dormant period was a little under 300 years. And as Nechan said, the last eruption was 300 years ago. That means it could erupt at any time, yes. There are various theories as to why it's called Mount Fuji. One alternative meaning of the word Fuji is unique, while another is undying. Some theorize that the name stems from unique mountain or undying mountain. An undying mountain. Yes, that explanation posits that an active volcano, the ancients thought of it as a living mountain. Living. Say, can you climb the top of Mount Fuji? Yes, you can, although you can only get halfway up by car, and past that you need to climb up on foot. foot. Generally speaking, lodges on the mountainside only open in the summer, only around July and August, so if you want to climb it, you need to go during that period. I see. Mount Fuji. Japan's greatest mountain. Someday, I'd like to climb it for myself. Thank you for riding with us today. Kyoto, Kyoto, please be sure to have your belongings with you when you disembark. We're here! This is Japan's old capital, Kyoto. Kyoto is Japan's capital for over 1,000 years until it was changed over to Tokyo in 1867. For 1,000 years. Kyoto became capital in the year 794. Before that, Japan's government was based in Nara Prefecture, and it moved with each change of the head of the state. But in 794, they built a new city on this land. It was known as Heian-kyo, and its layout was based on the contemporary capital of China. The city remained as Japan's capitals over 1,000 years afterwards. This is so informative. Asahi! Dude! I love beer! I can go for a beer right now. Do I have beer? Such a long time, huh? But... what's wrong? What year did the Edo period start? In 1603. Wasn't Tokyo in the center of the government during the Edo period? In that case, Kyoto should have stopped being the capital that year. You make a good point. It's true that the center of the Japanese government was moved to Tokyo during the Edo period. But while the shogun in Edo had the real power, the formal head of the government was not the shogun himself, but the emperor here in Kyoto. You guys know a lot! So even during the Edo period, the Japan government was technically centered in Kyoto, sorry. Even when it was officially moved to Edo, Kyoto and Osaka next door continued to grow as if they were still in the capital, right? That's right. I see. So you could say Kyoto is a city that maintains the traditions, forms, and cultures of Japan's good old days. I see. I guess even I think the traditional Japanese culture, even I think of traditional Japanese culture when I think of Kyoto. But still. But you'd rather be seeing the town for yourself instead of listening to our lectures, right? How did you know that? Because we can read your face like a book, right, Akira? Yeah, especially when you're thinking perverted things. Oh, you guys, come on. No way! A response like that, wait a minute. You mean you do think those things? No! That was just an automatic response, that's all. What? Are you saying we're lacking in womanly charms? What are you talking about? You want me to think those things or not? That's... you idiot! Of course I don't want you to think about it, you perv! I told you I'm not. You've only known me for like a few days and you've been calling me a perv and insulting me for... I mean, this is not very hospitable. Come now, Aki-chan. Let's put this strange quarrel to rest. Concerning the earlier issue, it's no wonder you're more interested in the modern town. Kyoto is still a major metropolis after all. So, it's still gradually changing as new people and shops come in. I see. Now that you mention it, I can see that's true. Well, as long as we're here, we really should look all around. So let's cut that chit-chat. It's time for the quick tour. Yes, it is. That's what I've been waiting for. So, where should we start? Let's see. I think that's the best place, don't you? That? What place? First, the entry fee. There. Cute. This is Kiyomizu-dera, the most famous temple in Kyoto. Dera, Japanese suffix meaning temple. Okay. Dori and Dera. Kiyomizu-dera. They say Kiyomizu-dera was completed before Kyoto became the capital in the year 778. Before Kyoto was a capital? There are temples that old? Kiyomizu-dera is known for how the main hall juts out on the side of the mountain. The main hall has been rebuilt over and over due to fires, but the last rebuild was in 1633, so it's still quite old. It was still built around 400 years ago then. It's standard for the stone buildings of America and Europe to survive that long, but for these eastern wooden structures to last so long shows the care that goes into them. I know. Do you know the Japanese phrase, jump from the stage at Kiyomizu? Ah, meaning to plunge headfirst into something. The stage at Kiyomizu, it reminds of this building. Yes! They say that if you screw up your courage and jump from here, your wish will come true. They say that in the old days, many men really would make the jump to show the determination. From here, but that's really far down. Yeah, they say some people really died trying it. Wow, that's depressing! Thank you! Honestly, men are such idiots. Oh, come on! I can't help but agree with you there. As long as we're here, let's go to the Ottawa waterfall down below. Ottawa waterfall? Yes, it's a small waterfall consisting of 3 narrow streams. The waterfall has existed for over 1,000 years. Back then, people said the water would confer wealth for a long life. They loved it as the fountain of youth. The fountain of youth. Okay, let's check it out. Let us. Whoa. There really are 3 trails of water here. Each stream confers its own blessings from right to left. They confer academic success, health, and love respectively. Academics, health, and love. So then, starting from the right, I take the water from each and drink it? Okay, let's start with the water of academics. Now the water of health, and the water of love. Phew, that was delicious. Really? It really could be the fountain of youth. Why do you guys look so seductive? I'm pure confused. Huh? Now that I think about it, you guys only drink from the health and love springs, and none from the academics one. How come? Well, right? Yes. What? You both look so serious. The truth is, it's said that anyone greedy enough to try to drink from all 3 rivers will be denied the blessings. Why didn't you tell me that beforehand? What? Wait, is that true? Yes, I'm sorry to say. No way, why didn't you tell me that earlier? Because that would have made it so much less funny. You guys! Sorry about that. So I didn't even earn any blessings today. I could have used those blessings in love at least. Well, now that I think about it, Makoto and Akira both drank from the love spring. Okay. What does that mean? Why do they need luck and love? First, the entry fee. There. Now, our next Kyoto sightseeing spot is here. Whoa! This is the Kinkaku-ji, a Japanese suffix meaning temple, alternate reading to Dera. Kinkaku. The kin in Kinkaku is a reference to the grand color of the temple. The name is actually a nickname. What's its real name? I know it. I know it. It's Rokuon-ji, right? That's right. Oh, why I put the little R in there? That's right. You really know your stuff, Akira. Hold your applause until the end. I still know lots to learn about the Rokuon-ji. Now, why don't you tell us about Akira? Leave it to me. The fact is, there was already a temple here in the 13th century, but the noble who commissioned it was put to death for conspiring against the emperor, and it fell into ruin. So depressing! Then, around the end of the 14th century, the shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu fixed it up and built a new temple, which he called Rokuon-ji. Wow, is that really what happened? Yeah, she's exactly right. Wait a minute, why are you actually in the old age show for confirmation? No reason, just wanted to be sure. Let me tell you, this isn't all I know. I also know that when the temple was completed, the grounds around it were larger, and then it completely burned down once. Burned down? The temple? Was it a war or what? Bzz, sorry, it burned down just 60 years ago. It was arson. Arson? You mean someone set fire to it? Yeah, in 1950, by a young monk still in training. A monk committed arson? That's right. The temple was already a famous national treasure at the time, so it caused a huge stir. I see, that makes sense. Then a world-famous author named Mishima Yukio wrote a novel about it. The name of the novel, of course, is Kinkakuji. Wow, Hakira, you really know a lot about the Kinkakuji. I told you I knew a lot about it. So have you read the novel? No. Oh dear. Mishima Yukio's Kinkakuji has been translated into many other languages, so you should read it if you get the chance. Sure, I will. He probably wrote it after visiting the place for himself, so it'll probably be more interesting now than if I'd read it before. I'll be sure to look around for it when I get home. I think I might try to read it when I get home too. I see. I think you would get a lot out of it, Akira. Kinkakuji, huh? The walls are stuck with gold leaves, so it's as gold as the name suggests. I'd heard that ancient Europe referred to Japan as Japang, the land of gold. Jipang, what? But looking at this, I can see why Marco Polo would have felt that way. Oh, uh-oh. What? What do you think of Kyoto so far? Let's see. At first, I wasn't really seeing the town's history and culture at all. But the more we walk around, the more I feel the traditional atmosphere seeping in all over. That's right. Kyoto has a lot of temples and shrines, so you can walk from temple to temple and shrine to shrine. Just walking around can give you a deep impression of the town. Yeah, that's really true. But, how do I say this? It's more than that. There's, like, even among the smallest shops in town, so many of them sell traditional craft goods. So that also gives me the impression of a town that values its history. That's true. While Kyoto continues to expand, the city as a whole does protect its traditions. I think that's what makes it amazing. Preserving its history while taking in a new one, eh? But now that I think about it, I think Tokyo has a similar sort of atmosphere. With Kyoto, it just feels like a whole lot sharper. When I think about it that way, Kyoto really is like a representation of Japan itself. Ha! That's it! There's one thing that surprised me in coming to Kyoto. Surprised you? What is that? You know, the language. Language. Ah, I see. Because it's not like Tokyo Japanese. That's right. It's a dialect, right? The accent and the words people use it's nothing like the Japanese I know. That's true. People in Kyoto nearby Osaka and Kobe speak what's called Kansaiben. Kansaiben. Yes, specifically Kobe and Osaka and Kyoto all have their own dialects, but the general term for it is Kansaiben. Kansaiben, I see. It's hard for even native Japanese to imitate Kansaiben. It's a unique way of speaking. I see, but how should I say? It feels like it's it has nuances that I don't hear in Japanese Tokyo. That's true, it's fast-paced and kind of funny. That's right. When you listen in on an exchange, it almost sounds like they might burst out laughing. You remember what I said before, that Kyoto was the capital of Japan long ago? Well, that was going on. The city of Osaka was also developing next door. Osaka developed as a merchant city. They based their lives around the merchant culture. So, I think their language developed around the interaction between a shop owner and customer. Making the customer feel comfortable is so important in the business world. You mean, they make them laugh so they relax and feel more like buying things? It's just my own speculation, but I wonder if it might not be true. The real Kansai has done a lot more to develop comedians and comedy culture, so you might hear Kansai-ben on TV too. Now that I think about it, it sounds really cute when girls speak in it too. I don't think I can tell the difference. We don't speak Kansai-ben. Does that mean you don't think we're cute? Oh man! That's not it. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. So you're saying you wish we both spoke Kansai-ben? That's right. Wait, I mean that's exactly the same compliment. Even while speaking Kansai-ben, I think we make a good comedy team, don't you? Anyway, let's go to the last place today. It's very close to where we are now. What kind of temple is it this time? Oh my, we're not going to a temple. Really? Then, where are we? Dun dun! This is Kyoto's premier entertainment district, Gion. Wow, but the buildings still have an older, refined feeling to them. The town of Gion is the gateway to Yasaka Shrine. It's basically a town that sprang up along the road to the shrine. The name Gion comes from the fact that Yasaka Shrine was once known as Gion Shrine. I see, so is there something on the street? Like what? Well, it's certainly a very beautiful street, and it has a refined atmosphere, but isn't there like a famous building or... Yeah, there's nothing like it here, but in its place. Its place? Ah, look there, walking towards us. Walking? Ah! There's a woman walking towards us. Tiny red lips and a face made up in white. Geisha. It's such a beautiful kimono. Is that a high-class geisha? Sort of, but geisha is only for Tokyo. In Kyoto, they're called gecko. Gecko? Yes, and young apprentice gecko are known as Maiko. She looks young, so she's probably a Maiko. Is it Maiko or Meiko? Doesn't matter. I said Maiko. I like Maiko. Maiko? Ah, she just turned to us and bowed. She's so cute. Hey, Nachan, I hear back in the day, Maiko were girls around 10 years old. Is that true? That is what they say. 10 years old? They started that young? Yeah, because Maiko and Gecko would play instruments at banquets and sing and dance. They were like flowers used to add life to the party. And men of high standing rank would come to them. So, in order to keep them from offending anyone, they received strict instructions in discipline and manner from a very young age. That's the kind of system it was. So, for all its beauty, their world was a harsh one. Yes, but these days it's seen as problematic to make children work so hard. Nowadays, you can't even make you can't even begin Maiko training until you finish school. I saw on TV before too that there are fewer and fewer women who want to become Maiko these days. I guess that's true in all countries. Jobs that were standard long ago are gradually declining. It's too bad, but... yeah. Ah, but then the TV said that more people want to do it nowadays compared to before. But they say that the training is so strict that many people just up and quit. Just because you want it doesn't mean you'll succeed. But Maiko and Gecko are part of an amazing culture. There must be more people who want to carry it on. That's it. That's it! As long as we're here, why don't we call Gecko-san tonight? Okay. Unfortunately, that's not possible. Why not? The girls will refuse first-time customers. Most people have to be referred by existing customer. I see. There are some exceptions lately. I hear there are some events where you can hire a Gecko for a period of time. But it probably takes a lot of money, right? Yeah, I see. I guess that's true. Yeah, I understand that. It was just an idea. When I say it like that, I can tell you're really upset about it. I told you I was joking. I don't think you were. Anyway, as long as we're here, we should stop by the Yasaka Shrine. Then back to our hotel? Okay!